A very good afternoon and welcome to the 2022 Banjos Bakery Southern Football League Senior Grand Final between the Lindisfarne Two Blues and Cygnet, the Port. My name is Tubes Taylor from Triple M Breakfast with Woody and Tubes. And I'm joined in the commentary box by my good friend Damien Viney. Good afternoon, Viney.
Hey, Tubes. Just gazing out onto this normally beautiful North Hobart Oval. I think the game ball there they've sat in the centre square right in the circle's actually half buried in the bog. Yes. They might want to go and dig that one out. Yeah,
I think you're right. We're ready to go. We've seen a magnificent couple of finals already with the Colts. Cygnet. Oh, there's the ball. Cygnet are fired up, ready to go. They've been out on the ground for quite some time, Viney. We saw earlier Lindisfarne defeat the Robins from Brighton in the Colts. We saw the Dodgers Ferry Shark get up with the last kick of the day.
Yeah, brilliant.
In the reserves.
Game. The last game we just watched there, the reserves grand final. It's and really built up the adrenaline here for the big dance.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be broadcasting to you live from North Hobart Oval. We've got Jared Lawler from the Mercury in the background, and doesn't he love it? It's not about us though, it's about these 44 men out on the ground. About to get started, due to kick off at 2:30. I think that clock's actually stopped because it's not 11:30. It should be okay. Shouldn't be any rain about today. The ground's been chopped up a little bit as we saw earlier, but perfect conditions for footy. A little slippery underfoot, but that's okay. We've got the two best sides in the SFL meeting on the final day of the season in September.
Yeah,
cannot wait for it to get started.
The ground does look a bit muddy in patches, Tubes, but you've been out there a couple of times now, and you keep telling me it's actually still quite firm underfoot.
Changed my mind after going out there during the reserves. It's a little bit chopped up.
Right, okay.
But it's still firm underfoot. There's just that initial inch or so of mud on the very top of the ground.
Yeah, it's certainly cleared up. We don't have the showers coming through like we did earlier today, so that's hopefully going to make for a better spectacle in the senior grand final. Although in saying that reserves grand final, I'll go back to it again. That was one of the great grand final finishes I've bared witness to. Absolute juicer.
The only defeats that Cygnet have had this season have been to the side they are playing today. That is the Lindisfarne Two Blues. Lindisfarne completely undefeated.
Yeah, both teams here have had fantastic seasons. Lindisfarne, you would think, go in as the favourites, not having had a defeat all year. And as you mentioned, Cygnet lost twice to Lindisfarne during the season, lost a surprise one to Huonville.
Down at Commandy a couple of weeks
ago, you were saying. But
that's their only loss.
Really bounced back in the preliminary final last week and gave the Huonville Lions a bit of a dust-up. So you'd think they'd be well primed.
I spoke to Thor Boscott earlier, and he said this is the first time in the year they've had a full list to pick from. And he was really buoyant about their chances today. But so was Mick Cassidy. When your side goes undefeated in a full season, there's some hard luck stories.
Now, it wouldn't be the first time, Choose, I don't want to put the knocker on any teams, but I've seen and heard it many, many times. They go through a season undefeated only to stumble at the final hurdle. So I think, and from the people I've chatted to recently, like, this is a coin flip, essentially. Could go either way.
Well, that's what our man Jared Lawler from the Mercury said, directly behind us. We're so thankful for Banjos Bakery bringing you this live stream. Banjos baking things better.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think some of that wet weather earlier in the day would have kept some neutral footy supporters away, but tell you what, the spectators that were here have really had a treat with a couple of very close and well-contested grand finals in both the Colts and the reserves as we get ready for the, what do we got first, the national anthem?
The formalities is what they're called, Viney. The formalities is the word you're looking for.
That's what I'm after.
As we see the boys just gathering together for their final pep talk. Different setups here. We got the full-blown rip-in huddle of Lindisfarne and then the full-blown circle of Cygnet. I thought that Cygnet might have wore their clash strip today with the white underneath and the teal and black sashes, but they've decided against that.
That would
As
be the,
we
that
come
would be
together.
the league. The league makes those choices, don't they, Choose?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess so.
They're both going to be
You're
mud.
telling the story.
They're both going to be mud-coloured after about 5 minutes anyway.
They will be. So the white shorts of Cygnet come together to hear the national anthem. And Lindisfarne come in. Josh Green's only got to kick 4 goals to reach 100, Viney.
Yeah, another little bit of spiciness to the contest today.
Nathan Duggan, Bluey Duggan, will be playing on him, I assume. Did a bit of a number of him on him last time they met down at Cygnet. With
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the
Cygnet
senior grand final for the SFL
for
2022 between Lindisfarne and Cygnet. We acknowledge the Muanina, traditional and original owners of the land upon which today's game will be played. We recognise their continuing connection to land, water and culture and pay our respects to their elders past and present. We acknowledge the numerous Aboriginal players who have played the game at all clubs, together with those of Aboriginal descent playing in today's game. Could I ask you to please be upstanding for 1 minute's silence to acknowledge the passing of Her Majesty the Queen. Would you please remain standing for the playing of the Australian National Anthem.
Well, there we go. No hiccups with the AFL, the Australian National Anthem here at the SFL Grand Final, thanks to Banjos Bakery. We're moments away from the start of the final game of the season between Lindisfarne and Cygnet, the Port. Who are you tipping, Viney?
I think it's hard to go past a team that hasn't lost a game all year, so I'm going to go with Lindisfarne, but I honestly think it could go either way.
Well, the talk is from our man Jared Lawler behind us that Lindisfarne in 2008 had an undefeated season and went all the way through to the grand final and then lost to Hillville.
Oh gosh, oh no, all right.
Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen again, but it has happened before. Josh Green heading to his
what's your
full
pick,
forward
Troops?
position. I don't know. Genuinely, I've thought about this for a long time. I think, given the conditions of Cygnet footy oval, these conditions here will suit Cygnet. But Lindisfarne are a quality side. They'll be up and about, ready to go. Looks like Matt Phillips is going to start the ruck up against Will Polly. Case Miller heads towards Lockie Watt. Teej Westbury in towards Thor Boscott. Got Sheldon Smith in the middle along with James Webb. Umpires fired up, ready to go. Jack Tammons on a wing against his opposite 29.
Looks like
Dane Bailey.
Duggan's going to green. Is that what you predicted?
That's what I predicted.
Okay.
Nathan Bluey Duggan.
Bluey green as well.
Bastick has got a job on Cassidy. Giving away a couple of inches there is Murray Bastick. Duggan playing on Briggs. That is Adam Duggan playing on Jake Briggs. We're in for a real treat here on the Banjos Bakery live stream of the SFL Grand Final. The final game of the year in southern Tasmania. Zeitzen running around with Webster up forward for Cygnet. Umpire just blows the final siren. They're holding them and holding them a long time as an umpire just does up his shoelace here. Still a minute to go, according to our director. Umpire Kim Dillon, the president of the TFUA, gets the honours of the ball up in the middle of the oval, and we're away. Grand final action at North Hobart Oval. Polly wins it down, straight down the throat of Webb. Webb throws it on the boot up forward. Coming to meet it was Gall. Couldn't quite get his hands on the footy. Scrappy stuff early. Zantuck off to Gall. Gall's rush kick bounces up. Holding onto the footy there is Lockie Watt, who's attacked now. Hutchinson at centre half back. Swings around. Boscott should take this in the middle of the North Hobart Oval and settle things down. Gall sends it long. Adams gets pushed from behind. Now a chance for Anning. He throws it on the boot down towards Briggs. Briggs with strength just read it better and pushed Duggan under the ball. He'll go back and have a shot from about 52 out.
Going back with purpose, Tubes. I'm assuming this is in his range. Kick from about 50.
Yep, definitely.
Still take a good one from there from Jake Briggs.
In comes Briggs. His second year at the Two Blues. Sends it long towards goal. He likes it off the line. And it's through.
Yeah, got the journey. It's a good start for the Two Blues.
Jake Briggs with the first goal of the game. Lindisfarne up by a point, by a goal.
Yeah, it was a strong mark from Briggs too, just managing to sort of muscle Duggan under the ball. And then went back with purpose, and he's kicked that from just about right on 50, just inside 50. And it's just
made the journey.
Yeah, just got the journey. Almost touched there on the line by the Port player.
Yeah, Ben Graham on the line there. So back in the middle. Two minutes gone in the first term. Polly wins it down. Watt gets his handball off. Quick kick by Webb. Tackled by Sheldon Smith. Did really well. Again, a DDT on Phillips. Pushed in the back. Umpire says holding the footy. It'll go to Toby Cohen. Cohen looks up. Lead comes from Rennie. Down towards Holton, who's wrestled off the footy. Phillips got back, then just threw the footy away. Time and space for everyone there. Ryan Martin sends the ball out towards Cassidy, who takes it on a long searching lead. Looks around. No one really at home. Boscott just filling the hole here. Green flies high. Didn't quite take the mark. Had plenty of opportunity. Adams at the bottom of the pack. And the umpire circles and says, give it to me. Ball up right on the paint of 50. Phillips wins it down. Punch from behind from Lister. Out towards Ashland. Ashland's little dribbler goes forward. Taking the ball was Poke. Poke gives a throw, and the umpire gives it to the Two Blues. A free kick going the way of Nick Raglione. He sends the ball long and deep down towards Cassidy, and the fist comes from Bastic as it's punched across the line for a boundary throw-in. It's a lot quicker the senior game than the reserves one, let me tell you.
Yeah, the skill level's picked up as well, Tubes. Both teams seem to have settled pretty well early in this first quarter.
Ball comes in. Polly works his man under the ball. Graham got hands on the footy, but just a little bit too slippery for him. Out the back for Westbury. Coming through to get it was Anning. Couldn't quite. Now a chance for the other Westbury of the Teague variety, and the boundary beats him. We'll see a ball in. We've got three brothers playing in here. Trey Westbury, Bailey Westbury, and Teague Westbury. Viney. Unique little fact. Polly wins it down only as far as Annie. He goes one way, then the other. Pops it on the boot, down towards Cassidy, who takes the mark. No, umpire says play on. Bump ball.
Oh, I feel like he had a lot of that. Probably get a chance to see it on the replay.
We'll take a look at it in a minute. Polly and Cassidy will do battle. Polly works his man under the ball. Adams. Duggan off the ground. Through hard was Boscott. Briggs. Duggan. Duggan got it out. Ashland just taps it on. And the umpire says ball it in. Let's take a look at the mark. No, it's a bump ball, Viney. You were wrong.
Okay.
So ball in deep inside forward 50. As the fire alarm goes off again. Polly wins it down. Briggs in the right spot. Just left the footy behind. And a ball in.
Yeah, Jake Briggs was a fumble just at the wrong time there, and all rushed over the boundary.
Adams wins the ruck contest. Anning with Lister on his hammer. Adams goes back to get the footy. Westbury picks it up, throws it on the boot, has his kick smothered. Polly taps it back towards a teammate in Watt. Watt gets it back towards Murray Bastic, and it punches across the line for a boundary throw-in. The place to stand is being evacuated by the looks of things. There's a fire alarm going off in the dug place to stand. Boundary throw-in here. Lindisfarne lead by a goal. Polly wins it down. Boscott through hard. Ashland rushed kick. Bounce in front of Rand. Hutchinson goes back with a footy. Gives it off to Martin. Martin's kicks a long and good one. Finds a teammate in Anning. Anning from a tough spot. He's going towards goal. It's going to take everything. He decides instead to go to the top of the square. Everyone flies up for the footy. Trey Westbury came from behind. Duggan picks it up. Clears off to the other Duggan. Duggan's kick is a long one and goes just inside the line for a boundary throw-in. So Lindisfarne doing all the attacking. 7 minutes gone in the first term. Might be a free kick pulled out. It'll go the way of Cygnet. Livingston across the face of goal. Gives it off to a running Webb. Short worm burner. Up towards a teammate Code. Code gets met nicely. Holton picks the ball up. Kept running. Free kick was missed. Now a clearing kick from Martin. High up and under. Polly coming back. Misses the ball. Gets it up to Watt. Then gives a good shepherd. Lockie Watt relays the ball deep inside forward 50. James, not his type of day. He got his handball out to Raglione. Raglione goes long and deep down towards Green. Green gives the fist back. And the free kick will go to Duggan. Green not happy about it. Play on's a call. Zeitzen sends the ball long. Now a chance for Livingston. Bouncing ball through for behind.
It's the first real chance I think Cygnet have had. First time to hit the scoreboard, but we've been starved of opportunities. The ball's been living in Lindisfarne's end of the ground so far this first quarter.
Ryan Martin short to Smith. This is too easy. Miller happy to bring the ball out. Gets his kick. Goes long. Ben Graham floating across the front of the pack. Does really well. Raglioni dropped the footy behind. Then Ben Graham went to get it. Cassidy arrives. Livingston 2. And now we'll see a ball up. Out the back, Livingston picks it up, got his handball off to Watt. Watt's quick kick, smothered by Raglioni. Through hard was Livingston. Hutchinson picks the ball up, rushes his kick forward. Duggan from behind. Cassidy did really well. Now kicks one inside forward 50. Quick kick away, standing his ground there. Green got his handball off. Duggan went back. Now has to set one high. Who's underneath it? Polly and Co. Phillips kept his feet. Now through was Briggs. Briggs kick smothered. Adams hard over the footy. Bastic has him for company. Code, quick kick, clearing ball. Bouncing ball here. Lindisfarne with the numbers. Webster got his kick away. Jennings will get a free kick for a hold off the ball. Lockie Watt's kick leaves a little bit to be desired. Works out okay for Poke. Poke goes long, looking for Joe Doreen. Working underneath it. Did really well, Raglioni. Oh, that's excellent stuff. Now a top one for Cohen. Goes long towards goal. And a free kick being paid for a hold off the ball. Zeitzen will get a free kick directly in front.
Yeah, I think it's Aidan Webster just got caught chasing and panicked a little bit. I don't know if he needed to necessarily grab the jumper there. I think this would be an almost certain goal there for Zeitzen. Going back a long way.
Had a shoulder injury a couple of weeks ago down at Commandy. Told me that he was off to hospital after the game. Cinderella story, comes back for a grand final. So got it all strapped up, probably got a little injection. In comes James Zeitzen.
Jimmy Zeitzen then, yeah, from about 35, slight angle.
He's happy with it.
Really
straight
happy
through
with
the middle.
Really happy with it. Halfway up the Horrick orange stand, that one went.
That was a good string of play by Cygnet.
Oh, easily the best passage of play from Cygnet, coming up the near side wing and then that forward entry in. And that'll mean scores are level here. Choose one goal apiece. Reset again with the umpire getting set to throw the ball up back in the middle.
So off we go again. 12 minutes gone in the first term of the grand final. Green takes a move into the middle, got his kick away just through the fingertips there of Lucas Ford. He's ripped in a tackle there. Hutchinson, G's had it for a fortnight, caught holding the footy. Lucas Ford takes the ball, goes looking for Zeitzen, does really well on the second grab. Goes now down towards Doreen. Just managed to get a hand on it there. Through hard was Poke. Bouncing ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. Just hearing on Twitter at Tubes, that apparently Jared Lawler is absolutely correct on the two Blues that were undefeated in 2008 and then got defeated by Huonville in the 08 grand final. Says that apparently they had premiership shirts printed before the game. They have put the mockers on them.
perhaps.
That's coming through at Tubes on the Twitter feed. Sheldon Smith gets a kick, clearing the area. Tammins will get there first. Raglione for company. Quick tap back to Kelly. Works out okay. Raglione goes and gathers the footy. Now chance for Bailey. Can't quite. Kelly up now to Lister. Lister kicked into a man that wasn't even manning the mark. Green gets his kick away. Duggan underneath the footy. Cassidy gets a nice shepherd by Ollie Rand. Now they've got some space. Adam Hutchinson kicks the ball down towards Briggs. Bastick doing the chasing, and it'll be a boundary throw-in.
Some quick ball movement through the middle there from Lindisfarne.
That's a great shepherd.
We'll see a throw-in in that forward pocket.
Out it comes Adams from a tough spot. Gee, he's given that everything, and it's gone out of bounds as the goal umpire has gone down. Popped a little bit of slack in there, big Jace Nichols.
Should have put the screw-ins in.
They do one fantastic job. Zydson.
Dangerous kick.
Duggan.
Oh, they're out here if he can get it away. Just got held up on the man on the mark in Briggs.
Cohen leading. Duggan sends it long. Boscott has to come from 3 deep. And the umpire's pulled out a free kick against Boscott. Short one on, finds Theo James. James looks up. Long one, Cassidy. Duggan with the fist. Westbury, quick kick towards goal. Ashland will sit underneath this one and tap it across the line for a behind. Scores a level. Zydson to bring it back in. Looks like he's got Tammins. Goes further even still to Holt. Holton did well over the back poke. Oh, I didn't realise that Case Miller was sneaking up on him, got his kick away. Zantuck gets one away to Rand. Ollie Rand looks up. The space forming in front of Cassidy and co. That's a good kick. Duggan right on his hammer, but Cassidy too strong. Here's the surprise tackle from Case Miller that caused the turnover.
Yeah, Miller just coming from the blind side there and effected a fantastic tackle, which has led to this inside 50 and a mark to Cassidy, who's going to go back for his first. Again, he'll be kicking maybe just inside 50, so it's going to need to be a good kick to get the journey.
He's a magic kick of the footy, Cassidy. He likes it off the boot. He's happy with it, the coach. Cassidy gets his first. And they get a 6-point lead on Cygnet. Lindisfarne 2-1-13. Lead Cygnet 1-1-7. And because there's no one in the place to stand, they can't update the scores.
Oh, yes, they have.
Oh, look out. They must be doing it remotely.
They must have just heard you then, Tubes.
Beautiful kick from Cassidy, just enough on it. Oh, doesn't he love it too?
Double flex.
Ruck contest one down. Boscott went through hard, forgot the footy. Picked up there by Watt. Trapped by Bailey. Bailey's handball comes up to James. James gets sharked by, oh, good tackle by Cohen. He's had a couple like that, Toby Cohen. Lister out wide. He goes in the direction of Poke. Poke with a bit of body work. Does beautifully. And for the quick response, oh, I tell you what.
Almost looked to give that off then, Poke, and one of his teammates turned around, pointed to the goal and said, no, mate, you kick it.
Who's lined him up here? Goodness me. In comes Joel Poke. And he threads it through the middle. A couple of car horns here. I love hearing that, Viney, at North Hobart Oval. It's where the Queen and the President and the Prime Minister would sit over in that spot over there, maybe in a Bentley or something. Look at this kick. It was a good bit of body work for the mark, and then the kick was just as good. Little celebration there. Poke gets his first and scores a level again.
Yeah, terrific start to this game.
Oh, the fire alarm's been turned off, which is wonderful. Back in the middle. Polly wins it down. Watt got tackled by Sheldon Smith. Tap back to Ollie Rand. Now comes out. That's a quick kick. Good stuff by Lucas Ford. Off the ground by Cohen. Boscott left it behind. Raglioni, too good. Through the middle. Lister will wrap this up. Runs on. Anning came from the pocket. Doreen. Now a chance for Boscott, who went the man, not the ball. Gall came in hard. Livingston at the footy. Ryan Martin tackled by Cohen. We'll see a ball up. Doreen out of the ruck, got his hands away just. Westbury almost copped the wedgie. Now a chance for Jennings. Jennings spins out of trouble, got his handball away. Lister finds a bit of space. Lockie Watt throws it on the boot. A big high up and under. Mark that, he says, how? They go over the back. Now a chance for Poke from the pocket. No way.
Yes, way, Tunes.
Oh, no, James. Just on the last line of defence. Handball's out to Westbury. Westbury gives it back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson's kick goes long, looking for Adams. This one will beat all comers and cross the line for a throw.
Yeah, look good off the boot there of... who was the player who just kicked that, who almost kicked that goal?
Poke.
Poke, looked good off the boot of Poke, but that man getting back and marking on the goal line.
Ball in. Rand. Fell over. Westbury with a touch. Miller got tackled without the footy. Now a chance for Lister. Burst of pace. Throws it on the boot. Kicking inside forward 50. Goal, too good. Done that his whole career. He's the one they love using the footy. Gives it to Hutchinson. Out in the patch of grass. Now sends it out wide to Raglioni. Can't quite get it. Zeitzen now looks up. Sends it deep inside forward 50. Who wants the footy? Poke at the back. 1-2. Can he gather? No, he can't. Tackled without the ball. Umpire says play on. Goal. With a bit of push and shove. Who wants it? Lockie Watt. Handball's up. Got his man there, and James Webb short to Doreen. Good kick. Well, they got away with one there, Lindisfarne. Joel Poke had it on toast.
Yes, and fumble at the wrong time, and tackle probably could have given away a free kick, but wasn't played by the umpire. But
they all stopped.
It'll be Lockie Watt lining up for
Joey Doreen. Joey Doreen.
Joey Doreen lining up for a difficult shot there from the pocket. Take a good kick from here.
He's been well held by Nick Raglioni, then wheels around, throws it on the boot. This isn't going to get there. Big fly at the back. Someone stays down, no one in particular. Ollie Rand's down there. Ben Holton goes for the footy. Now Boscott, happy to see it across the line, ball in. 22 minutes gone in the first term of the Banjos Bakery SFL Grand Final. And scores a level. A reasonable crowd here, which is nice. Holt held off the ball, and he'll get a free kick. He's upset about it, Ollie Rand. Now to go to Joey Doreen.
Holton have this kick.
Oh, yeah. No, he's giving it back to Doreen. So it was a hold in the ruck contest.
So this will be to put...
Here's a hold. Oh, yeah, he's got a handful of his jumper there.
Yeah.
So Joey Doreen, for his second kick on goal within as many minutes. Missed.
Only just.
like him to just get a little bit more fluency in his kick throughs. Just does the little sewing machine-ish effort there, pushing the back there. Panning took the mark. Short one on here. Hutchinson found the front of the ball. Looks through the middle. He's got Sheldon Smith and Nick Raglione running for him. Now he goes longer still to Adams. Ashton from behind, fisted across the boundary. Fire brigade here. Got all their gear on.
Full hazmat gear.
Full kit.
And the oxygen.
Out it comes. Raglione got his handball away. Phillips throws it on the boot. Ashland does battle with Hutchinson. Quick one out. Ben Graham gets a rush kick. Kick off the ground by Watt is a good one. Fist came from behind. Threw off the ground. That was good. Now a chance for Pope. Pope gets his hands free and then handballs up to Zeitzen. Zeitzen's kick is a real high up and under. Slip there was Westbury. Now a chance for Webb. Webb down towards Holton. Holton got the fist from behind there from Gall. Sheldon Smith now hard at the footy. Handballs over the top towards Phillips. Well, the two ruckmen over here. Dangerous stuff. Well done, Phillips. Handballed up to a running Raglione. Raglione short. Cohen just missed the footy. Quick kick off the ground. Now a chance for Green. Duggan hot on his hammer. A little bit of space there. Umpire missed the free kick. He got it. Green will take the free. Green's got Bailey short if he wants. Decides against that. Cassidy in the pocket. Chipping across though. Elijah Cohen takes a sliding mark. Short one on to Lockie Watt. In some space. Watt goes long up the wing. Looking for Doreen, who takes the mark in front of Webster. Doreen looks for Boscott. Tammins leads. He goes in that direction. Boscott will fly. Hard at the footy, gets the mark. No one at home though. So he decides to go long. Looking for Tammins. Westbury. Runs a mile, then throws it on the boot into Hope. Finds Doreen in the opposition colours. Oh dear. Big fly from behind from Martin. Now a chance for Jennings in some space. Jennings pops it on the boot, and that's a good mark for Toby Cohen. Just put the 1 mid out and scooped it back in.
It's been all Cygnet, this last little passage of play. We must be just about
really
the end
close.
of the first quarter, yeah. We'll be close to the final, to the siren.
In comes Toby Cohen. Kicks towards goal. It's not going to make the journey. Across the face and out of bounds. They haven't been without opportunity, the two Blues. A couple of kicks just not making the distance. Chance for Code, who's trapped with the ball. Free kick Westbury. Westbury looks out. Kicks in the direction of the coach. Duggan hot on his hammer. Flying high, fisted across the line. Ball in. Phillips works to the front. Raglione, who's been good. Code. Back to Graham. Graham almost slipped, but got his kick away. Now it comes down. Cohen taps it on. Hutchinson tackle without the footy. Webster got a kick away rush. Raglione up to Green. Green's kick goes long down towards Briggs and Bastick. Bastick's going to get there first. Briggs does really well. Now it's a foot race. Briggs with the body and the strength kicks it off the ground. Taps it across the line. Is it a goal? It is. Umpire's call is goal. Jake Briggs with a couple. Puts the fart up by 6 points.
Fantastic soccer skills just to keep that ball rolling forward.
Jake Briggs.
Yeah, the first one there, almost got his hands to it. Almost again. Bastic having a great chase, but just fell short on the line.
Well, that's a senior player there in Jake Briggs. He's a veteran.
Yes.
Just using all his experience there to work his opponent off the ball just to get a foot to it. And it puts Lindisfarne up by 6 points.
Yeah, just kept it in front, kept the ball moving forward.
Green got his kick away. And he's far as a Cygnet opponent. And there's the siren. 3-1-19, Lindisfarne lead Cygnet. 2-1-13 by 6 points. Goal kickers for the two Blues. It's 2 to Jake Briggs and 1 to Michael Cassidy. And for the Port, 1 to James Zeitzen and 1 to Joel Polk. How did you see that first term, Viney?
Yeah, pretty even. Seemed like Lindisfarne got out of the blocks a little earlier, but through the middle part of the later stages of the quarter, it was all Cygnet, and only that sort of last goal at the end there from Jake Briggs to put them up by 6 points, but very even, entertaining first quarter.
Certainly was. We'll go through the highlights of the quarter here in the Banjos Bakery SFL Grand Final. Here was the first goal of the game. Jake Briggs from just inside the paint of 50 sent a beautiful kick in the early stages of the game to get them away. And then it was a bit of an arm wrestle for quite some time. Zeitzen caught one early after a strong mark. Sent it through the middle. And then a strong mark to Cassidy. Saw him go back and send it home from just inside 50. A beautiful kick. Magnificent left foot kick from the coach. And then the double Cobras. Fired up, Viney. Joel Polk took a good mark. Nice contested grab and went back and made no mistake. And then Jake Briggs, the last goal of the game so far. Bit of a Pagan's paddock, kicked off the ground once and then twice to dribble it through for a goal. Murray Bastic couldn't quite get there. Didn't he love it? We'll take a quick break here, grab ourselves some water. Don't go anywhere. The next term of this Banjos Bakery Southern Footy League Grand Final between Lindisfarne and Cygnet is coming up. My name's Tubes Taylor. We'll be right back. There's Michael Cassidy now getting the rush on from the umpires to get back out on the ground. He's really imploring his charges. We need to get more goals. Oh, we don't want to lose this grand final. We've been undefeated all year. They've got a 5-point buffer in favour of Cygnet. I thought I had the points right. 2-2-14, Cygnet. Lindisfarne 3-1-19. Umpire holds the ball aloft, and we're on for the second term. Right contest, one down. Westbury came through, met hard by Jennings. Jennings got his handball up. Quick forward kick by Ford. Gall does well, holds his man Code off the ground. Came Hutchinson. Pushed off the ball there was Westbury, as easy as you like by Ford. Kick down inside forward 50. Quick kick again by Webster. Clearing the ball area momentarily. He's coming straight back though through Cohen. Cohen looks up, he's got Doreen on short, instead goes long to the square. And this will be wrapped up by Gall. Pope was on the lead. Gall plays on. Gets his kick out. Cohen, strong.
Good mark in the pack there from Cohen.
Good closing speed there shown by Westbury for Ashland rather. Bouncing ball inside forward 50. Through came Livingston. Jennings got it off to Poke. Poke didn't realise he was getting the footy and now gets pushed across the line for a boundary throwing. Jennings throws the footy back at Webster, trying to give him a little bit of falconry work. Still the corporate box is empty. Ball in. Raglioni, who's had a good game so far, can't get it past Livingston. Livingston handballs up. It's a running man in Webb, slid over the top. Zantuck shrugs the tackle, then gets met by Watt. Bastic got his kick out wide. Boscott. Boscott with a worm burner, finding Cohen. Cohen just goes back with 1-2, get hands away. Got the smother then. Hutchinson's had a few kicks in a few minutes. And now a high tackle called. It'll go the way of the two boots. Webster chucks the old headband down and wheels around. Kicks it long. Polly gets met. Should be a free kick. It is. And the umpire saw, almost gave a free kick to Polly. It was his own teammate that took him out and that decided to go, let's go ball up. Rand wins it down, off the ground, Raglioni. Now it's a foot race. Briggs arrives late. Ashland on hands and knees, got it up to Bastic. His kick around the corner, bouncing ball. Rand manages to trap it, then goes back to get the footy. Westbury got it away. Off the ground, Lister. Now it's a foot race. Zeitzen, hands up to Poke. Poke throws it on the boot. Which way does it bounce? It bounces up high and through. Goal. Poke's got a couple.
It's a great kick from Poke. Great finish, but equally as good with the hands up to him from Zeitzen.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm sure we'll get another look at that on the Banjos replay. Have a look at the clean hands here. Right in the mud. Zeitzen perfect, but then on the left boot. Going back to the fight, Raglioni couldn't quite get a fingertip on it. Jace Nichols in the hot spot.
He just missed his nails on the line, but that's a great left foot snap from Joel Poke to have his second goal of the day.
You can't get yourself a Red Bulls. People who are coming through on the Twitter sphere at Tubes saying that you need a bit of energy. Where's Viney, they're saying. Ruck contest in the middle. Livingston left the ball behind. Off the ground. Muggsy Miller gets it out to Raglioni. Raglioni's handball, trying to find Bailey. Bailey goes one way, then the other. Gets his kick smothered. Jennings went in hard at the footy, looking for a handball up. There's Miller again. Got pushed under the footy there. Numbers here with the two Blues, but the Cygnet faithful do well to hold it up. Briggs, little push and shove. Murray Bastick not happy with the attention he's getting. Hutchinson comes off for a spell.
Yeah, Hutchinson looks pretty clean compared to everybody else out there.
Just mud just flows off Hutchinson. Umpire says holding the footy. There'll be a free kick going the way of the two Blues. Raglioni to take it, had plenty of it. Short one to Briggs. Too much separation there for Murray Bastick. He'll go back and have a shot on goal. And if his first quarter's anything to go by, he'll kick this easy.
Yeah, it's well within his range. Might be an easier kick than some of the ones he's already put through today.
Here comes Briggs. Kick from just inside the 50-metre line toward the Horrig Orange stand. He's not going to make the journey. Oh, big mark. Matt Phillips right in the goal square, too easy.
Yeah, the Cygnet defenders just have to have a bit better awareness of where their opposition player is at times like that. This will be an almost certain goal here for Matthew Phillips as he puts it through and into the Horrig Orange stand.
Lindisfarne lead, 4-1-25 to Cygnet, 3-2-20. 6 minutes gone in the second term. Just take a look at that. Easy as you like to kick. Will Polly didn't even bother putting his hands up.
5 points the margin in favour of Lindisfarne. Here's 6.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Ruck contest. Polly wins it down. Boss got left behind. Miller went and got it. Phillips off the ground. Mark taken by Ashland. Ashland looks up. He's got Kelly all by himself. Kelly can play on quickly. Does so. Wheels around. Who's coming to meet the footy? It's Poke. Poke gets the ball up. Shrugs one, then cops it high. Miller caught holding the footy. Miller. Oh, a little push in the back there. Umpire saw it. It'll be a free kick to Boscott. Shout out to the great Muggsy Miller, the number 43 for the two Blues from Franksy. That comes on Twitter at Tubes. Sends the ball long. Big fly to Reen, 1-2. Can't quite take the mark. Jennings gets his handball away. That was a smart handball out by Westbury. Hutchinson trying hard to get the footy. Over the ball was Polly. Quick kick forward, Raglioni. That might have actually been Phillips. Good mark taken by Elijah Cohen. He's taken a couple like that, Viney.
Courageous mark.
This one finds Kelly. Beg your pardon, it's not Kelly at all. That's Ford, who hands the balls off to Zeitzen with a worm burner inside forward 50. Who wants the footy? Through on hands and knees. Came Tammins. Now one out the back. Here's a quick kick. Pops it up, does Cohen. It's all two Blues there. Zantuck got his handball out. Adams wrapped up by Jennings. Jennings got his handball away though. Did Adams. Punched away nicely by Duggan. Ashland. Oh, that's great football. Good hard footy. Sheldon Smith pops up. Westbury gets his kick away. Now it's a foot race. Duggan goes one way, got his handball off to Graham. Graham with a short one into Lockie Watt. Watt goes out wide. Finds Cohen. The fire alarm's gone off.
I think so, yeah.
And let me tell you, there's no one moving. Oh, that's a hard hit by Doreen. It'll be a free kick going to Sam Adams. And he gets up and says, you're going to have to hit now a bit harder than that if you want me to stay down. Sam Adams is probably one of these blokes that's been to the gym this morning. Doing a few disco rep. Short one on, out of bounds, touched off the mark. So ball in at centre wing. Collie. Phillips got a kick away. Quick kick came from Tammins. Zantuck gets his kick slightly smothered. Miller down line play with a sore shoulder. Raglioni again. Briggs came through hard. Bastic now has a bit of time. Can assess what's in front. Goes back towards Graham. Graham, his kick long up the wing. Zidson flies down at the bottom of the pack. Raglioni got his kick away. Out of bounds. Boundary throw-in. Push and shove here. It's okay. The umpire says just ball it in, please. Absolutely no one is moving from the stand where the fire alarm's going off.
After 3 fire alarms and no fires,
It's the boy who cried wolf.
the sense of urgency's kind of gone out of it, hasn't it?
Got ball in here again. Harry Nichols is watching from home. Westbury gets wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire finally says, give it to me. 5 points the margin in favour of Lindisfarne. Nearly 11 minutes gone in the first term. Tap down, Cohen gets it up here. Quick kick forward was Webb. Umpire's called a free kick. It'll go the way of Raglioni. Short one. Finds Gall. He looks up, he's got Bailey by himself at centre wing. He's got Briggs leading and Green. Green with a nice mark on the lead. Wheels around. Not his best kick. Duggan will wrap this up. Duggan goes short to Graham. Graham looks up. Finds Duggan of the Nathan variety. Goes long towards Ben Holt. Holt gave a handball off. The quick kick goes forward. Now a chance for Boscott. He's got Ryan Martin hot on his hammer and it beats them all across the line for a boundary throw-in.
It's about halfway through this second quarter. Lindisfarne still leading by 5 points.
Someone's figured out how to turn the fire alarm off. It's a big tackle laid, holding the footy. A free kick away of Westbury. Handball's off to Ryan Martin. He's kicked that about 65 metres, but it's gone out on the foot.
Big shoot.
That's a huge roost.
Yep.
Short one on Graham. Graham's got Bastic short at 45 if he wants. Decides against that. Just pops it long. Doreen will fly. Great work, Raglioni. He's had so much
Calling
of it.
his name a lot, Tubes.
I think I've been calling someone else's name in the same team. I might be getting him and a few others mixed up. Ollie Rand sends it long. Fist from behind on Adams. Down it comes for Green. Somehow finds a way out. Cassidy in the pocket. Out of bounds. There's definitely someone else's name I'm calling. Might be O'Meara. I'm calling Raglioni, O'Meara, Raglioni. Done that a few times, I think, Lonnie.
Okay.
But no doubt Raglioni's been excellent.
Okay.
Lockie Watt left it behind. Went back, got it. Got his handball out. Green, strong over the footy. Nice tackle, Kelly. Umpire says holding the footy. Kelly goes long. Only as far as Martin now. He could have a shot from here. It's a beautiful kick. go in the direction of Cassidy.
Green stays down.
Smart work across the line, Bowden throwing. 4-1-25, Lindisfarne leads Cygnet 3-2-20. A very even match so far in the SFL Banjos Bakery Grand Final.
Absolutely, Tubes. Green yet to kick a goal, still stuck on 96 for the season. Expecting the crowd to storm the ground when he does. He's 100.
Doreen, rushed kick. O'Meara. Got his name right finally. Lockie Watt, dangerous kick. Two players got in the way of each other there for Lindisfarne. Quick pick up was good. Clearing kick. Now Gall has a fortnight here, all by himself. Spun through a tackle. Got his kick away, looking for Westbury. Graham with a fist from behind. Now Bailey. Umpires called a chop of the arms. So it'll be a free kick going to Westbury. Westbury now pops it up. Who's at home? Cassidy at the bottom of the pack was Rand. Umpire circling here. Ball up finally. So many numbers around the footy for Cygnet. There's 3 players here against Ben Holt. About a kick away from this. Adams, Doreen. Adams goes again. Scooped it up, Green with a worm burner towards goal. Boundary side for a point. Lister. Gee, really struggled a little bit there, Ford. Umpires called a sling tackle here as Miller copped one. TSL, Clarence leading Kingborough. Cassidy with a big fly. Adams at the bottom of the pack, right spot. Now chance for Briggs, pops it on the boot. Gee, raffle it here, 2 Blues. And Westbury went back with a flight and got a hold of it. It's been all 2 Blues in this term, Bliney.
Yeah, they haven't capitalised on the scoreboard. Too still. At this stage, only 5 points before this kick from Westbury. Certainly not an easy goal from there. He's gone with the right foot check side though and made no mistake.
Doesn't matter. Teej Westbury pops through his first. The 5th of the game for the 2 Blues. And that margin out to 11. How about the kick?
Not a bad kick.
Gee, made that look easy.
Pretty happy with his work there, Teej, after he slotted that one through.
I don't mind it. Celebrate, why not? Back in the middle. Doreen will do battle with Phillips. Livingston just dropped it like a hot potato. We'll see a ball up. James Webb just sat on Trey Westbury. Doreen out of the ruck. Bailey got it up to Phillips. Phillips' handball. Finds a bit of space. Ben Graham off the ground. Kelly got his handball away. O'Meara playing a reasonable game. Westbury, the long kick inside forward 50. Duggan got the fist down only as far as the man Jake Briggs, and that one bounced the opposite way to what he wanted. Through for behind, margin 12 points. Bastic brings it out. Lister got his handball over the top, looking for Livingston. Bailey, Anning rather, through with hard head. Briggs inside. Finds Jennings in the opposition colours. Gave it over the top now. Bastic rushes the kick. Boscott on the end of this one. Turns around. He's got Cohen in the middle. He's got runners all through there if he wants. Now goes down the line instead towards Holton. And Holton's happy to see it across the line. Must admit, I need to apologise to Angus O'Meara. I was calling Raglione for quite some time. Just get my names wrong. Rookie error. Can we rewind it?
That happens, Tubes.
I'll just dub over the top. Ball in. Fisted down by Phillips. Westbury, Jennings do battle. Westbury comes up with a footy. Throws it on the boot. Cassidy traps the ball almost. Briggs playing a great game. Graham dove on it there to Briggs, then just scooped it back. Ashland, clever kick. Trying to find his teammate there in Code. Code again. Smart. Webb going back with a flight. Good mark taken.
That's Sheldon Smith, who's just copped one in the ribs in that marking contest.
Doreen flew high out the back. Martin, who's playing a great game, gets met by Ford. Now the quick kick out by James. Oh, that's two players just getting into each other's way. Bastic throws it on the boot down towards Ford, who goes back to the flight and takes the mark.
Lucas Ford just going to settle things down here and go back and have a...
How about this? Oh, fair dinkum. That one's hit him in the gut.
Yeah, that was the knee to the ribs. I think he stayed out there, though. He waved the trainer off.
He did.
So should be all right. It'll be Lucas Ford having a shot here. Pretty tight angle, 35 metres out. Comes on in.
He's trying to do a bit of body work here, just to the near side.
Trying to wheel that ball to go to the left, but it slides through the near side post for a behind.
Ryan Martin bringing the ball out. Sends the ball a long way. Polly gobbles that up. Gives it off to Bastic. Bastic down into the pocket. Raglione going back with the flight. Got held off the footy. Webb. Ford rather. And this one beats them all across the line. Hamish Kingston's watching. Loving the coverage from home. Tubes and Co. Daddy Daycare today. Sadly not there. Cheers, Hamish from Lena Valley. On Twitter at Tubes. As the boundary throw-in comes in. Doreen. Martin gets tackled by Doreen and Zeitzen. We'll see a ball in. Ball up, brother. Let's take a look at this big heavy hit here.
Oh, no.
Raglione just folded like a piece of pasta.
Looks like
there.
he was bracing himself ready to fall.
Zantuck got his kick smothered. Briggs got the kick long. Cassidy left it behind. Rand handballed up to Adams. Adams' kick goes down towards Green. Good fist from behind by Duggan. Umpires pulled out a free kick here. Players the call. Green from the pocket. Lockie Watt will wrap this up though. Watt sends it long. Big fly. Oh, smooth pick up by Webb. How good was that? Then sends a worm burner down. It's trapped here by Webster. Webster's kick. A little bit too heavy for his teammate. Now it's picked up by Bastic. Bastic goes long down towards Joey Doreen. Holton here. It's been a free kick pulled out to Doreen. I think it's called the play on as he was going back towards his mark. Toby Cohen at the bottom of the pack. Martin got a handball out. Phillips played a good game so far. Sends a torpedo down towards his teammates. Duggan with a handball to no one in particular. Diving on it was Adams. Now Green. Cassidy running into an open goal square. That's a good kick from Green. Umpires pulled out a free kick.
Down ground.
Downfield.
Just a late hit on Green. So it's going to go to Cassidy. Well within his range from there, Tubes.
Oh, most certainly. We've tried so hard. Cygnet. Now Cassidy will go back and have a shot on goal from about 45. So in he comes, the coach for the last couple of years, Mick Cassidy. Doesn't like it off the boot. It's gone through for a behind. Marching back to 12. Lister got the handball off Watt. Lister sent a talk. Webster. Briggs off the ground. Bailey gathers the footy. Dribbles it forward. Polly managed to get a hand on the footy. Out it comes for Hutchinson. Livingston picked up the footy. Westbury just tripped as he was spinning through. On the bottom of the pack. On him in code. And we'll see a ball up.
They work their way out of that pack. Dirty players out there, Choose.
Polly wins it out of the ruck, then just threw it away. Umpire saw it. Phillips will get the free kick. He's been very good, Matt Phillips. Not traditionally a big man's day today. So that one's marked by Ford. Ford looks up. He's got Boscott on a long lead. He's got all the time and space in the world. Short one on. Nice mark. Webb.
Kick.
Webb goes long into the pocket, and the cleanest man on the ground,
I think he's had a shower at quarter time.
Adam Hutchinson, has the footy. He goes to Briggs. Briggs gets called to play on. Long kick towards Cassie. Boscott jumped in front. Punches across the line for a boundary throw-in. Ball in. Umpires pulled a free kick out. It'll go to the two Blues. Westbury to take it.
Yeah, that one for holding the man. Didn't take possession of the ball there, Westbury.
It's just popped up here. Graham comes in. O'Meara, quick kick forward. Duggan missed it. Lockie Watt got his handball out to Graham. Graham just clearing the area now. Nice mark to Code. Code sends it out of bounds on the full. And there it is, half-time here at North Hobart Oval. Lindisfarne 5-3-33 lead Cygnet 3-3-21. 2 goals the margin. Goal kickers for the two Blues. It's 2 first quarter goals to Jake Briggs. Michael Cassidy has 1, Teej Westbury and Matt Phillips. For the Port, it's 2 to Joel Poke and 1 to James Zeitzen. Better players today, Viney. Who are you going with? Well, I've got to say Nick Raglione and Angus O'Meara. I've got no idea which one's got the most touches, but they've both been very, very good. I thought Matt Hutchinson has been good, as is Adam Hutchinson down back. Teej Westbury's had plenty of it. Matt Phillips in the ruck has been sensational.
Yep. Lucas Ford's been pretty good, handy for Ford.
Yep. I think you're absolutely right. Lucas Ford's been good.
Ford seems to be always around getting
pretty quiet
touches
by his normal standards. I think Nathan Duggan's done a pretty reasonable job on Josh Green. Josh Coates taken some good marks. James Webb's been excellent. Lockie Watts had plenty of it too. I just don't... Joel Poke, of course, has been very good with his 2 goals. Just don't seem to be overly energetic, do they? I feel like they might need Cygnet. They just need a little barking here at quarter time, half time, I reckon, Viney. Whereas Lindisfarne have been excellent. They've had plenty of the footy. They've got lots of players that are chipping in. I think Jake Briggs is one we've missed, and Ryan Martin's been very good down back. Alex Gall too.
Pretty even, really, across the board.
Across the board for Lindisfarne.
A lot of contributors just doing their roles. And I mean, the scoreline, with 2 goals difference, there's not much in it at this point. It could be anyone's game. As Lindisfarne go down the race. So Matty Hutchins can have another shower, I guess.
Been told by the goal umpires that Lindisfarne 5-4-34 lead Cygnet 3-3-21. So a 13-point margin in favour of the two Blues here at half-time. We'll take a quick break here. Oh yes, we'll just have a quick look at the highlights on screen thanks to Banjos Bakery. This was the first goal of that term that went to Joel Poke. It was a beauty.
Yeah, that was a good
classic pick-up by Zeitzen. And then a little celebration by Joel Poke. Probably didn't celebrate hard enough for mine.
Is he left footer?
Yeah, I guess so. Then Matt Phillips took a good contested grab in the square. Too easy. Went back and made no mistake. Oh, look at Nick Cassidy jumping all over his big ruckman. And then Teach Westby made that look easy.
Yeah, the right foot check side. Beautiful finish from there, from that pocket.
There we go. They're the highlights. So just repeating, it's the 13-point margin in favour of Lindisfarne as we check out the new chopper on top of the hospital. How good are those shots?
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic. All right, a fair way off in the distance. My name's Tubes Taylor from Triple M Breakfast with Woodin Tubes. You can catch me on your FM dial 107.3 Monday to Friday 6 till 9 a.m. I'm joined by Damien Viney. We'll be right back in just a few moments for the second half of the Banjos Bakery SFL Grand Final between Lindisfarne and Cygnet.
Banjos new salad rolls are loaded and ready to go. Real fresh, real taste, real loaded. When you're looking for that full feeling, for people who are serious about food. Freshly baked rolls, handmade in every store, every day since 1984. Banjos Bakery Cafe, baking things better.
live scenes here at North Hobart in the SFL Grand Final thanks to Banjos Bakery. It's a 13-point lead in favour of the Two Blues. The best team in the competition this year, with a half in front of them to make certain of it with a Premiership Cup victory. How does Cygnet come out after half-time? Damien Viney joins me in the commentary box. My name's Tubes Taylor. What do you think, Viney?
You'd hope they come out with a bit more energy. We were just discussing, like, they're just seem a little bit flat. They need something to lift them, something to spark, whether that's a player or a big tackle or a great goal. They need something to lift them up.
Well, they haven't been bad. They've just been not as good as their counterparts, the Two Blues, who are flying. Down it comes for Westbury. He's got the samurai haircut. Out the back. Watt came through hard. And we'll see a ball in. A ball up here in the middle of North Hobart Oval. Slippery stuff. Quick kick by Watt, goes nowhere. Boscott stands and delivers. Hutchinson held off the footy. Poke, no one knows where the footy is. Down it comes for Poke, he pops it on the boot. Cohen, Zantuck does a good job there. Code, without the footy. Hutchinson manages to keep his feet. Had another share at half-time. Zeitson off to Webb, who sends it inside forward 50, punched across the line for a boundary, for a ball in, for a behind rather. 12 points the margin. Martin brings the ball out. Long kick down towards Cassidy, takes it on the chest. Got the white boots on and the ankle socks. Don't like that at all. Bastic sees it across the line, boundary throw in.
He's had a good first half, Cassidy. A strong leader, kick that goal.
Sure has. Now it comes up. Zeitson, Webb on the boot, down towards Holton. Holton just slides. Ryan Martin doing a great job down at full back. Kicks it off the ground. Zeitson picks it up. Short dinky kick to Kelly. Will go back. We've had a couple of shots from a similar spot here, Viney. We've seen a couple that haven't made the journey.
This might get him going, though, early in this second half. Just feel like Benjamin Holt just hasn't had the delivery that he needs. I know it's difficult with the conditions the way they are, but hasn't been able to really have a clean possession himself.
In comes Webb. Kelly, rather. Not going to make the journey again. Doreen fisted across the line. Another behind.
Or just peppering the goals at the moment.
Duggan with a bit of body work, cuts really well.
Strong.
Sends it long down towards Holton with strength.
That was what he was after, Tube. Something he could actually get his hands out and grab at.
Well, a bit of separation from his opponent in Martin was handy too. Just a little bit of distance. Let's take a look at the mark. Martin's just 3 or 4 blokes behind him.
Yeah, just a great spot, though, to take the mark. So this will be his first shot on goal today. Holton directly in front. He'll kick from about 45. He was getting ready to celebrate, but he didn't quite have the journey, unfortunately.
So Holton with another behind. They're peppering the scoreboard. 10 points the margin.
The Holton, is that his nickname?
Yeah. No, Bunsen is his nickname. Ball goes out wide. Finds Anning. Somehow managed to stay clean. Short one on. Tammins from behind, can't get in front of Bailey. Bailey takes the mark. Hutchinson leading for him. Gives him nothing there. Bailey short, finds Martin. Martin short again to Theo James. Like this attack. Sam Adams leads, he ignores that, goes longer still towards Cassidy. Graham steps under the footy, well rowed by Anning. Short kick to Green.
Good lead from Green. Great delivery.
Great kick.
Yeah. No one else had an opportunity to mark that. So Green will have a shot for his first of the day.
In comes Green. A kick from about 40 metres. Not going to make the journey. Oh, Phillips again in the square. Strong grab, too easy. He's done that twice now, Viney.
Yeah,
you can forgive one, but the second one, no way.
No, not from that position. With all those bodies around him, you just got to kill that ball. Especially when they all seem to be dropping short. Who gets pushed out of the way there? A little bit too easy.
Polly.
Will Polly, yeah.
And there's no need for him to kick that to the Brooker Highway, but he did. Doesn't matter. Second goal.
They went over the Brooker. That one's halfway up the domain tubes.
Lindisfarne, 6-4-40, lead Cygnet 3-6-24. Bang.
That'll be the first goal of the second half, Tubes. And
it is.
Again, I'm
3 points, 3 behind to Cygnet, Viney.
Yeah.
And then they go coast to coast and get a goal.
Yeah. Imploring Port to try and get the next centre clearance. And
back in the middle. Phillipson, Polly straight down. Boscott off the ground, kept running, gets a nice shepherd from Ford, then gets tackled without the ball. Umpire saw it. Free kick, Thor Boscott. Looking up, he's got Holton coming out strong. He just kept tapping it on. Ford on his handball away. Hutchinson slaps it away. Boscott caught one high from Annie.
run around, isn't he?
Sends it long in the Doreen direction. Held off the footy was Doreen. Westbury just pops it up. Cassidy strong in the contest. Hard over the footy was Josh Green. Umpire saw a high tackle, caught holding the footy instead. So Polly gets one back. Handball's off to Ashland. Ashland with an interesting kick down towards Zeitzen. Webster rides him well. Through hard. Bit of friendly fire. Scrappy, 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 ball up. Polly wins it down again. Tammins gets tackled. Umpire says, give it to me. Ball up. Phillips arriving late. Polly wins again. Only as far as Westbury. Off the ground, Martin. Lister slid across. Martin got interfered with by his own teammate. Cohen rides in hard, and we'll see another ball up. Polly, free kick, going to Rand. Held off the footy. I think they were both holding there, Viney, but Ollie Rand clearly the recipient of the free kick.
Yep.
Interesting kick. Ford, handballed over the top, Bastic. Code trying to go back to Bastic. Bastic needs to go off the ground here. It does. It's going to work out okay. No, it's not, because Ollie Rand's there. Now Theo James in a bit of space. Just panicked a little with a kick, and Green gets on the end of this one. He's too far out to score, I would think.
Yeah, judging by that last kick, he's probably struggled to make the journey. So he can find another 5 metres in it.
How's that?
Power slide.
Well, if I'm Matt Phillips, I'm getting right down into the square here.
Yep.
But he's not.
Where is he?
I know.
Okay.
Green.
Green tries to get a little bit more leverage this time.
Polly at the back. Sliding ball. Got the handball up. Briggs off the ground. Goal! Jake Briggs with his 3rd goal of the game. Opportunistic stuff. It was all Cygnet down there. But Lindisfarne, with Jake Briggs, the veteran, right spot, right time, right foot, goal.
Yeah, just if you're not going to take the mark, you have to clear the space or get it through for the rush behind. They had the numbers, didn't they? It's just poked out the back. Briggs let him know about it as well.
Cassidy came in for a little push and shove. Back live. Smith got it off to Westbury. Westbury's kick went forward. Cohen couldn't quite gather. Anning picks it up, dropped the footy. Umpire saw it. Free kick to Cohen. Oh dear. Sam Adams has chopped that one off. It's too easy. Adams, as quick as you like. Down towards Briggs. Gets a nice shepherd from Cassidy. Code cocked him high. Free kick.
Now we know Briggs has the journey on a kick about this distance, don't we, from earlier today?
Briggs. In comes Briggs for his 4th goal. Loves this end. He's kicked 3 goals to this end. Oh, dear.
That one's come off the side of the boot.
Forward. Bastic. Pushed Ollie Rand off the ball. Bastic's kick going long. Polly underneath it. O'Meara. Was that Raglioni? Who knows? Oh, Green.
So Green's taken another mark inside 50, almost an identical spot. I can guarantee, Tubes, he will not make the distance from here.
All right, well,
I'll
we'll
put
see.
all the money I have in my pocket that this will not make the distance.
What odds are you giving me?
Just even money.
Even money, right.
If he makes the distance, you give me all the money in your pocket.
Okay, deal.
I imagine he's going to try and wheel around again. Try and get a bit more. There's a bit of distance.
Oh, Viney wins. Smothered by Duggan. What have I got?
Just a keen observer of the game. Hey, $5 for Vinesy.
They're not worth anything. Boundary throw in. Kelly, Code. Hutchinson with a tackle. Free kick going to Code. Code looks up. Zeitzen on the lead. Pushing the back. Zeitzen's getting the free. Webster's not happy about it.
Just get the feeling, Tubes, that the Port team just don't feel like they want it as much as Lindisfarne. Especially in this pivotal 3rd quarter, you know, the premiership quarter, they're just not showing any fire right now.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Zantuck went through hard, then went back and got the footy. Now, I've just got a quick message for Sean Dennehy on Twitter, @TubesTubesTubes. He's saying it's Zeitzen, not Zeitzen. Well, Sean Dennehy spoke to James Zeitzen's dad, and he put me correct because I've been calling him Zeitzen my whole calling career, and he said to me a couple of weeks ago, in Commandy, it's Zeitzen, Tubes, get it right. So, Mr. Dennehy gets stuffed. Graham across the face of goal. Zeitzen right on cue.
James Zeitzen's dad, what's his name?
Mr. Zeitzen.
That's what I thought. That's how I'd say it. James picks himself up, goes back into the forward line. Here on centre wing in the front of the commentary box.
Kelly left it for Westbury. Duggan takes him up. There's not a lot of urgency. The defensive structures of Lindisfarne have been sensational all day, and they just managed to have players all by themselves for a lot of the time. Poke over the top, finds Kelly. Kelly wheels around, throws the boot on the ball, down towards Holt. Doreen went back with a flight courageously. Through hard there was Zantuck. Umpire says, give it to me.
It's a better build-up here from Cygnet. I mean, we're just imploring them to take the game on a little bit. So we'll see what's going to happen here in their own forward line.
Doreen gives it off to Webb. Watt throws it on the boot, bouncing ball. Through comes Gall. Gall with a rushed kick. Tammins will get there first. No, he won't. The ball eludes him. Handball over the top from Graham. Quickly rushed kick by Kelly. Just couldn't get there. Out it comes from Westbury. Martin on the ground again. Taps it away. Off the ground, Zantuck. Cohen tackled hard. Through came Kelly. Now a chance for Code. I beg your pardon, it's Webb. Webb with a short one. Sliding mark. Couldn't quite take it. Here's a chance for Jennings. Pops it on the boot. Bouncing ball. Probably suits Cygnet as that one just across the boundary line for a throw-in.
Yeah, no one in the goal square there for either team. Thought perhaps he probably could have given the hands instead of having the kick. I think Holton might have been open. Oh, it's a good row from Thor Boscott. And I thought he might have been caught high. Probably
and he's
unlucky.
Reversed it for an aggression.
Love to see the replay on this. I thought he was caught high and was probably unlucky to be caught holding the ball. And then the Lindisfarne player, Tubes, who made the tackle, you reckon he gave him a little bit of extra mustard on the ground?
Ryan Martin tackled, holding the footy. And then that.
Oh, that's fair.
A little bit
of WWF from Thoscott. Bouncing his head off the canvas.
Here comes Thor Boscott, the ultimate warrior, if you like. Pops it on the boot and goal.
He knows it. He knew that one was a goal. Maybe that's the spark Port needed.
Well, they needed something. They're now 16 points behind. Lindisfarne 7-4-46 to Cygnet 4-6-30. Getting a text through, wanting Jared Lawler on the special comments. You better left your game, Viney. Just a bit more energy from you two. What a good goal from Thor Boscott. Didn't he love it? Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Love that.
6 bits, thanks.
We're definitely not getting Jared Lawler on the commentary box. He'd only talk about himself. A quick shout out to Jack and Brad Houth, who are watching from the shack. Doreen gets slung, got his handball away just. Sheldon Smith picks up the footy, circling umpire ball up.
Yeah, we're about midway through this third quarter, Tubes. You'd like to think if Port got the next goal, certainly not out of the contest, but just need a couple more goals to go their way.
Lister through hard at the footy.
Great
That was a good pick up by Theo James. Anning over the top to Cassidy. Not without his range here. Cassidy dribbles it towards goal. It's a beauty. What a magic goal.
That's a great kick. Salutes the crowd too, Tubes, on the way past.
Cassidy with an absolute ripper for Lindisfarne. Margin back out to 22.
He's having a great game, Cassidy.
Wasn't it a great build-up too? Just the hands, the pick-up from Theo James, and then the finish from the coach.
Just kept it low, didn't try and kick the bejesus out of it, Tubes. Just punched it low, knew the ball was going to skid on, kept it straight. Great left foot finish.
Still plenty of time for Cygnet. They just need a little energy. We saw that through the seconds game too, didn't we, with Dodgers Ferry well and truly getting beaten by Cygnet.
Oh, for
and
three
then they
quarters.
came back in the last quarter and kicked 4 goals in a row. And the last kick of the day,
absolutely,
putting Dodgers Ferry in front. What a game of footy that was. Still plenty of this one to go.
Yeah, similar parallels with how this game seems to be panning out in the first 3 quarters. This will be another free kick for Lindisfarne.
Caught holding the footy. Sheldon Smith getting the free kick. He's got Gall leading out on the far wing. Decides against that. Pops it right up on top of Cassidy's head. Doreen at the bottom of the pack is Briggs. Got his kick away just. At the back, Anning from the pocket. No way, across the face of goal.
Yes way, Tubes. Yes way, Tubes.
Yes, please, says Jack Anning. I thought it was a point. Doesn't matter, it's a goal. Party time for Lindisfarne. What a goal, Jack Anning.
Don't know if it's party time. Not quite ready to pop the champagne.
Well, they're at the party in the pocket, Vine.
Still a full quarter and a bit to go yet, Tubesy.
Have a look at this. Jake Briggs again provides that spark. He's got his kick just. How about the pick up from Anning? It sat up nicely for him, but the finish was sensational.
It's a tough kick from there.
Gee, yeah,
right footer running into the pocket like that.
Yep. I'll tell you what, umpire Mark Holmes, a sensational job following that. No need for the arc here. Tubes Taylor would have called it a point.
You're a decent distance away from it, Tubes. You feel like the goal umpire's probably in a better position than you.
Out the back now. Quick kick off the ground. Ben Graham gets his kick, clearing it out. Getting there first is Code. Left it behind though. Theo James with time. Just pops it up down towards Briggs. Floating across forward. Couldn't get it. Briggs with a quick one out. Anning just dropped it like a hot potato. Throws it on the boot. Who's getting home? No way. Goal.
That's 2 in a minute.
5 goals for Lindisfarne in this third term.
Yeah, Jack Anning's had a little purple patch. He's not coming off, surely.
Keep him on.
Jack, go back. Mate, you just kicked 2 in a minute.
How about this? Forward there, and again, guess who? Briggs. That's dropping the footy.
That's dropping the footy, but no one tackled him, Tube, so they'll play on from that. And just got enough of it to get it over the line, Jack Anning. 2 goals in a minute, 21 minutes gone in the third quarter here at North Hobart Oval.
Wow.
That's going to make it very hard. Cygnet falls 6 goals behind.
Ruck contest down. Slammed into the deck is Reece Jennings. 34 points the margin. They've been the best side all year. We've got about 28 minutes, 30 minutes until we find out whether they are or not. Plenty of footy left though. Polly, Sheldon Smith gets his kick off the ground. Graham kept his feet. Now turn a toe. Great tackle and great effort there by Ollie Rand. Punched away by Alex Gall. Matt Phillips through the pace there. Webb left it behind. Smith rather. Got it up, did Polly. Kelly got his handball away to Ben Graham. Graham now. Webb met by Zantuck. Jennings holding the footy, holding without the footy. Advantage paid. Gee, you wouldn't want that again. That's tackled and holding the footy against Lockie Watt. Well done, Dylan Zantuck, to not give up. Zantuck continues. Ben Graham through his fingertips. Big tackle on Cohen, laid by Miller. Got a bit of walkie-talkie action going on here. Jack Gleeson in the coach's box. Of course, his story as well reported. Toby Cohen getting the free kick, play on, poke, gets the ball on the boot. Down towards
one out.
Nice fist from Webster. Can Holt keep it in. Kicked off the ground by Livingston. Raglione in the pocket. As we see the new chopper.
Helicopter's going to do a little flyby, I think.
Yeah.
Straight over the top of us.
That one's out on the full. There it is. It's the new chopper. Not sure entirely what it is. It's nice and quiet though. Rescue chopper. Anyway, the game goes on. Big fly out the wing. Cohen takes a strong mark. Watt. Got it off to Poke. Poke deep inside 50. Zantuck will wrap this one up. Gets illegally dealt with. Finally gets a bit of mud on him, Dylan Zantuck. Slid down again. Miller got his handball out to Phillips. That one goes across the line. So Lindisfarne well and truly in control. 10-4-64 to 4-6-30. A 34-point margin in favour of the two Blues.
Yeah, 25 minutes gone in this third quarter. There wouldn't be a whole lot left before the siren.
Across the line again, ball in. Quick shout out on Twitter at Tubes to the Barnacle, who's watching from Huronville. One of my favourite players down there for the Lions.
Bill Barnacle.
Reece Douglas is his name, but everyone knows who the Barnacle is. Big tackle late on code. We'll see a ball in, ball up rather. Polly. The tackling pressure has been amazing today, Lindisfarne.
Yeah, they've just stayed on top of it. Haven't given Cygnet an inch. Haven't made it easy for him at all.
Quick kick forward again. And the mark's taken by Livingston. This is a must kick for Cygnet, just for a little bit of belief. The game's certainly not over.
It'll give him a sniff for sure, Tubes, but slipping to that 34 points behind, this would cut the margin back to 28.
He likes it off the boot, does Livingston. Their second goal of the term, the first for Braden Livingston. And they peg the margin back to 28.
The replay of that kick from Livingston. He knew it was good off the boot. All clear signal given by the umpire.
Hello to Daniel Mulder, who's watching from the Northern Territory. Got better looking with a tan, did Daniel Mulder. Who would have thought it was possible? Back in the middle. Can't be long left in this term. One down. Jennings trying hard. Sheldon Smith got his kick forward again. Cassidy kept it in front. Anning kicked a couple in the quarter, got his handball away. Kept the ball alive though. Tackled without the footy. Umpire said no, play on. Great attack on the ball. Down behind plays Trey Westbury. Kick forward again. Webster did really well. Kicked off the ground. Here's a chance. Poke needs to get a hold of the footy. Cohen kept going. And that's holding the footy. Webster will take the free kick. Numbers everywhere for Lindisfarne. That kick went in the wrong direction. Graham. Now Jennings. Jennings back to Lockie Watt. Watt with a quick kick finds Poke all alone. Wheels around. Throws it on the boot. Holton's all by himself. Needs to get it back to Boscott. Boscott runs around a couple. 2, 3. Where's Holton? He was in the area. Through comes Holton. Big tackle.
What a
holding the footy.
tackle.
Well, when Ben Holton's running at you, you usually get out of the way. Dylan Zantuck said, not today, Bunsen. Have a look at this. Bang!
We love an undersized player taking a big guy on and tackling him to the ground, don't we, Tubes?
Yeah, I certainly do. I love it. Big fly. Cassidy. Zeitzen got his kick up. Another who wants that. Westbury with a big fist. Now a chance for Cohen. Cohen gets past 1, 2, 3, and there's the siren. What a saving tackle by Dylan Zantuck right on three-quarter time.
That'll lift his team.
Lindisfarne 10-4-64 lead Cygnet 5-6-36. Goal kickers for the two Blues. 3 to Jake Briggs, 2 to Matt Phillips and Jack Anning and Michael Cassidy, and a single to Tej Westbury for the Port. It's 2 to Joel Poke, then singles to Zeitzen, Boscott and Livingston. all the work to do for the Cygnet Footy Club. Let's take a look at the highlights of the third term, thanks to Banjos Bakery. Well, Matt Phillips took another contested grab in the square to put them further in front. It was a 5-2 third term in favour of the Two Blues, hence the bigger lead of 28 points. Out the back, Jake Briggs chopped on the end of this one. Opportunistic, and didn't he love it? He turned around and gave it to Bluey Duggan. Boscott got a free kick.
This was the
overturn.
The free kick reversal. We thought this was going to give Cygnet a bit of a spark. Just cut the margin. He knew about it.
Yeah, he loves it.
We had a couple
to get him fired up. Next, Cassidy with a beautiful finish.
Yeah, Cassidy first.
Didn't he love it too? And then Jack Anning got on the end of this one. I thought it was a guaranteed point, but proved me wrong, didn't he? Across the face of goal. Beautiful. Magic stuff. Here's the Cassidy goal again, because I thought this was exquisite. Superb. Beautiful finish from the coach. He's fired up too, big Cass. And that is it for three-quarter time. It's 10-4-64, Lindisfarne leading Cygnet 5-6-36. My name's Tubes Taylor from Triple M Breakfast and Goody and Tubes, 107.3 on the FM dial, or via the listener app, LISTNR, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. till 9. And I'm joined in the commentary box by Damien Viney. We'll take a quick break, grab a bit of water, and be right back with the final stanza of the SFL Banjos Bakery Grand Final between Lindisfarne and the Cygnet Footy Clubs. A 28-point margin in favour of the Two Blues. We'll be right back. Stick around. Again, Michael Cassidy keeps his charges in for a little bit longer in the huddle. Just to reiterate, we've not finished. 28 points is the margin. We are not finished.
No, but gazing down at the Cygnet huddle then during that break, Tubes, they were all locked in, and Thor Boscott was certainly imploring his charges that this game's not over yet, guys. Still 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes of game time left. Plenty of time here. They're going to need 5 goals. It's not unheard of in a quarter.
Umpire Kim Dillon just seeing a 666 violation there.
Where?
So, a warning given. And the quarter's underway. Final term of the 2022 Banjos Bakery SFL Grand Final here at North Hobart Oval between Lindisfarne and Cygnet. Cygnet needs something fast. Out it comes. Quick kick. Just pushed off the ball there was Toby Cohen. Westbury gets tackled with the footy, holding the ball. Josh Code doing the damage.
He's got stuck in the mud there, I think, trying to do a turn. And
now he hands ball off to Lister. Lister's kick is smothered. Beautiful stuff. Now that's a hold of the footy again, and Code goes bang.
Dropped it again.
It was Angus O'Meara caught with the footy. And Code says, let's slow it down. He goes in the direction of Doreen. Nice fist from the back. Webster tackled hard, holding the man against Boscott. Webster with one of the all-time bad headbands on. Gall. Cassidy with strength. Out the back for Tammins. Rush kick. Ryan Martin been one of the best. Poke got him off the ball. And goes back and goes bang, sending it forward. Boscott down forward for the Port. Clever touch over the line. And Westbury happy to push it across the line for a boundary. A ball in, a behind, rather.
Be a kick in, I think, Tubes.
Yes, it will be, Viney. That's how the rules work. Gall to take the kick.
Cassidy's calling for it long. I don't think he's going to kick it 70 metres.
No, he's not Ryan Martin. Phillips flew high. Webb at the back. Got it out. Code goes back 1, 2, 3 ways. Oh, big hit. Free kick for a push out. Joey Doreen.
Jeez, I think that was unlucky. The Lindisfarne player in Zantuck got some front on high contact, but the umpire called the...
He's not happy about it either. Just shaking his head a little bit there, Dill Zantuck.
Yeah, I think he wore one right in the face.
In the squib.
So we're right behind Joey Doreen here. He'll take a good kick. He steps out to the right, and that might come back.
No, across the face of goal. Punched across the line from behind.
They start taking some of their chances here, Cygnet.
Ryan Martin could have a shot. Big roost. Look at that. That's an enormous kick. Beautiful timing. Punched across the line by Lister. Boundary throwing.
They might have to turn the lights on here. North Hobart Oval pretty soon, I'd imagine, Tubes.
I think they will, Stan. Polly. Quick kick by Sheldon Smith. Anning somehow gets the ball forward, but that's out of bounds on full, right in front of the Triple M Rocks footy sign.
Do you know anyone that works for Triple M, Tubes?
Yeah, I do. Triple M breakfast with Woody and Tubes. Zeitzen. Kick into the middle of North Hobart Oval. Tammins. Scooped it up. Lister trying hard. Tammins again on the ground. Punched away. Duggan. Cassidy towards goal. Bounces across the face. Umpire's given 50 against Briggs for being in the protected area. So it'll be a 50-metre penalty. Well, that's 40 metres, right?
It can't possibly
be 50. gee, that's a
That'll stick in the
kick.
mud.
Now it comes for Westbury. Out the back for Duggan. Duggan with an interesting kick. Out towards Code.
Good step.
Yeah, lovely step. Then it works out okay.
Kick.
Touch ball, play on. Oh, trouble here.
Got him from
Theo
behind.
James is quick. James Webb, no talk there. And Theo James chased him down as cramp sets in for James Webb. James, kick out. Cohen, tackled hard, dropped the footy. Brilliant tackle by Sam Adams. Check this out. Surprise, Theo James asked for a big delivery. Cassidy, head over the footy, scooping it back. Tammins with a dinky kick up for Lister. Lister to Watt. Miller arrived late. Oh, Webster. Good mark. Going over the top, finds Martin. He could literally have a shot here. He's got Briggs deep. Cohen went back with a flight. It wasn't at all over the top. Kick on goal behind. Graham. Short one's on. Code. Doreen. Jennings, handballed. Ball in. Emily Best is the boundary umpire down here in her first senior grand final ever. Congratulations to her and all the umpires for today.
Yeah, doing a terrific job. The umpires again in all three games. There's been a high level of umpiring.
Somehow, Matt Hutchinson has managed to stay not dirty.
No, he's had a shower at every break, I think, every opportunity.
Lockie Watt got it on. Clever tap on by Bastick. Livingston kicks it off the ground. Umpire almost in the road. Joel Poke here. Handballs over the top to Doreen. Doreen's got a man out wide in Code. Code just struggles there, gives the step, then puts it on the boot. Bounces and behind.
That looked like that might have gone through too, but just pushed to the right-hand side. And another point to Cygnet. They desperately need a goal, Tubes, to change the tide of this game.
14 shots to 15, Viney, and they're still down by 26 points.
Yeah, no goals kicked so far in this last quarter.
27 points, rather. 10-6 Lindisfarne. Cygnet 5-9-39. Ollie Rand couldn't take the mark. Chop of the arms. Free kick.
Kick is down the line to Cassidy. Come through from behind.
Bastick trying hard, pops on the boot. Polly takes the mark, gives it off to Lockie Watt. Lockie Watt with a worm burner finds Poke. Poke with a kick towards Boscott, a little too heavy for him. Over the back, chance for Livingston. Livingston got it up to Martin, somehow got a kick away. Now they can raffle it here, the two Blues. Livingston arrives, got his handball away. Boscott, good tackle, Livingston.
Right on the boundary line here, Livingston. It'll take some sort of kick to get this to be a goal.
Well, they've had their opportunities. They've kicked 3 behinds. This is their 4th shot on goal. They've had it down there a fair bit. Livingston just going with the drop punt. On the right boot. Oh, magic.
When you're going to kick it like that, why not?
Magic. His second goal. Livingston.
Maybe that's the start of something, Tubes. Maybe that's the momentum. The
21 points the margin. 9 minutes gone in the 4th term. How about this from Deadrock? What a kick. That's unreal. Tubes Taylor-like.
It's very real, and you cannot kick like that, Tubes.
Come on. You know I'm a beautiful kick of the footy, and he's fired up to Livingston. Margin back to just 21 points. Stick around. This game could go any direction. Phillips and Polly doing battle. Cohen through the middle. Quick kick down towards Doreen. Out it comes. Lovely scoop up. Webb got it out now. Boscott pops it up. Down towards the forwards. Big fly. Fist came from behind. Who's at home? No one in particular. Martin picks it up. Out to Chicken Jennings.
There.
Now a chance for Ford. Bends it back towards goal. Bouncing, hits the post.
They're not without opportunity here, Cygnet.
20 points the margin.
10 minutes gone in the last quarter. Still plenty of time for them.
Gall to take the kick out. Long 1-2.
Good
strong
mark.
mark. Geez, been good today, Matt Phillips.
Yeah, he's really stood up.
It's called to play on. Long kick. Cassidy, big. James, quick kick forward. Graham and Rand do battle. Duggan with a scoopy handball. Westbury. Lockie Watt goes back to Ben Graham. Short kick over the top. Needs to go here. Does Tammins. James happy to see it out. Boundary throw in. Over the back. Bailey gets tackled by Cohen. Umpire says, give it to me. Nice of the boys there to just take it into one of the sections of North Hobart Oval with
He
no
might
mud.
bounce it, Tubes. No, he throws it up.
Soft. Miller got it on the boot. Now Jennings with Adams. Coming through with Bailey. Got met hard. Cohen takes a grab. Anning says, no, you didn't.
Might have been in his back. The umpire says no. He'll hold it in.
I thought that was a mark to Elijah Cohen.
Oh, I thought it was in the back.
Okay, well, free kick either way.
Anyway, umpire will throw it up again, forward pocket.
Polly wins it down. Westbury through hard. Green. Duggan throws on the boot. Interesting style of kick. Bouncing ball in front of Raglioni.
The regulation floater.
Who's gone quiet since I stopped calling him O'Meara.
Yeah.
O'Meara Raglioni. Boundary throw in here. Centre of the North Hobart wing. Broadcast side. Contest one down. Jennings got his handball out. Somehow. Watt through. Got tackled by Jennings. Up by Bailey, rather.
Torpedo.
Quick kick forward. Graham takes the mark. Throws it on the boot. Doreen. Strong. What a grab.
Stuck out the right hand and it just stayed there. That's a good kick too.
Wow. Strong from Holt.
Just kicked it to that fat side and Holton was strong enough to hold his man off to throw out that left arm. That was two kicks and clever marks.
How's the mark too? Check that out. Just up.
Needs to kick the goal, though. Needs to kick the goal.
Must kick.
He likes it.
He likes it too. Ben Holton gets his first, and they definitely needed it. The Cygnet boys. Margin back to 14. Lindisfarne 10-6-66. Lead Cygnet 7-10-52. They've really come to play in this last term. The boys from down the river.
And do you think panic might be starting to creep in a little bit to the two Blues, Choose? Just breaking down some of their...
I think it's been a tough game. It's been a tough game. Their back line has held up extremely well. Just looking for a footy. You're not sure what's going on.
checking the 666 starting rule again.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on, to be fair.
Blood rule,
might be a bit of blood.
Someone's
Claret on Theo James.
Someone's getting dobbed in, I think.
He says, no, I'm just a little bit of rash.
That is, in fact, mud.
Theo James down there. Gee, I don't want any part of this sort of stuff. This is the stuff that Reece Jennings has built his career on, this sort of mud. Doreen out of the ruck, sends the ball forward. Holton in a strong spot. Punch come from behind from Martin. Umpire's called out a free kick.
Wow.
Ben Holton pretty well held by Ryan Martin for the first half of this game. He's had a few opponents. Raglione's gone to him. They've all done really well.
Similar spot to the last goal. He's just kicked Tubes.
A little bit further out. Not going to make the journey. Boscott gets held off the footy. Goes round, gets a handball to Jennings. Jennings, kicks it across the face of goal. It was a pass, maybe. Maybe to the opposition. Ryan Martin had plenty of the footy. Oh dear. That luck's of fortune. That's ended up in Dane Bailey's hands. That was a horrible kick out. Bailey. Long. Doreen. Umpire says play on. A little bit of laughing stuff from Joey Doreen and Mick Cassidy. 14 points the margin. Plenty of time left. Doreen out of the ruck. Then ran. Just ball landed in his hands. Umpire says give it to me. I'll ball it up again. Thanks, fellas. I reckon you can flick a message to George Callis and get the lights on, Viney. Lister, clever kick.
Yeah, give me his number.
Zeetson, Phillips, who's been one of the best.
Yeah, he's had a good game.
Got a couple of goals to his name, a couple of big contested grabs. Gives it off to Ryan Martin, who just sends a real bush punt out to centre wing. Goal 1-2, Cassidy now. Bastic pops it on the boot. Sends it inside forward 50. Who's at home?
Over the back.
Umpire's pulled out a free kick. It'll go to Boscott.
Yeah, I think just panicked a little bit, Raglione. Might have scragged him over the shoulder, perhaps. Thor's wasting no time, though. He's going to go straight back and...
Must kick. He loves it too.
He really does.
Thor Boscott's got two. And the margin back to just 8 points. Game on. I love footy so much. What do you think, Jared Lawler? He's nodding his head.
There's something eerily similar about the reserves grand final happening here, where the first 3 quarters was all one way, and then the team that was behind in that, going into that last quarter, has come home with a wet sail, and we see Port Cup, the deficit, as you said, Tubes, just 8 points. We're only 18 minutes gone in the last quarter.
Gee, I'm a big ugly Kern. Never put me on screen again.
Built for radio, Tubes. It doesn't help that you're sitting next to me.
I just look good when I know I'm about to be on screen. Andrew Harcourt, our lovely director's caught me at a time where I'm just looking a bit nervous. Game on here at North Hobart Oval. Doreen out of the ruck again. Rushes a kick forward. Martin off the ground. Scrubs it up towards Anning. He's been good. Jack Anning got his handball over the top. Tammins. Now Lister. Handballs over the top to Graham. Graham's kick. Long down towards Big Bunsen. Bouncing ball over the top. Hutchinson gets tackled. Who was that? No one. Play on. Miller at the bottom of the pack. Jennings. Sheldon Smith gets it. His kick goes off one of his teammates. Then a big tackle laid. Cohen holding the footy. Free kick, Cygnet.
Free kick, Cygnet. You just feel like Lindisfarne need a goal in this last quarter. Just to settle up. I just don't feel like they're going to win unless they kick a goal in this last quarter.
Kelly sends it up high. Pope doing all the work. He got his kick away. Boscott handballs out to space. This is okay. Ashland doing well. Raglione hot on his hammer. In comes Webster. And it's over the line for a boundary throw-in. This is going down to the wire,
Has Lindisfarne been pressed at all this year? Or they all
They've had a couple of close calls.
Okay,
They've had a couple of close calls against Dodgers Ferry and Huonville and Cygnet.
So they do know how to play in a close one.
Yep. Boscott through with authority, kicks it into the corridor. Bastic hard at the footy, drives the ball forward. Through comes Gall. Good clearing kick, but Boscott's the only one out there. Cassidy's running after him. The former teammates handballed over the top to no one in particular. Westbury gets the handball over the top, out of bounds. 20 minutes gone in the fourth term. It's an 8-point lead in favour of the Lindisfarne 2 Blues. 10-6-66 lead Cygnet, 8-10-58. Ball comes in. Doreen all by himself, taps it over the top to Westbury in the opposition's colours. Zeitson moved to half-back. Don't mind that move. Who's at home? No one in particular. Ryan Martin gets the tackle from behind. Toby Cohen, so quick, so elusive. He shrugs the tackle out of bounds.
So Banjos stoppage in that goal, the scoreboard pocket for Cygnet.
Doreen got his handball away. No, holding the footy.
Took it out of the ruck, so I had to get rid of it.
A free kick to Ryan Martin.
Spumper just want to slow it down a little bit.
No,
try and gain some possession and just settle it down a little.
Ryan Martin sends an absolute bomb down towards Cassidy. How good is it having someone that can kick 65 metres in this sloppy, wet mud?
It's handy.
Cassidy again with another long roost. Graham at the bottom of the pack was Green. Green bends one around. Goal! A little breathing room for the 2 Blues comes from the little champ, who's kicked 97 goals now for the season.
That was certainly the one they needed, Tubes. Just in the right spot for roving. Shrugged off the tackle and bangs it on the right. And he was pretty happy about it. Look at him salute the crowd.
Wow. Game on.
Are you not entertained? A little bit of Maximus Aurelius about that one, Tubesy.
Don't speak Latin. Back in the middle. What can Cygnet do here? Need something. Theo James tackled hard.
That might be enough from Cygnet.
From Lindisfarne?
From Lindisfarne, correction. That might be enough.
Lockie Watt doing the tackling.
23 minutes gone here in this last quarter. There have been a few goals. Could only be minutes left in the game. Maybe 5.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sheldon Smith's been good. Kicked off the ground. Webb kept going. Webster smothered by Bastic. Webster with a quick handball up to the cleanest man in Australia. Hutchinson got it out. Gall tapped it on. Bailey. Big tackle laid. Umpire circling. Right in the spot. Ball up.
Someone's cramping up down there, Tubes.
I'm cramping up just looking at him.
Looks like Lindisfarne have thrown a couple of extra numbers behind the ball here.
Doreen, Gall got it off the ground. While Polly slipped over at the critical moment.
Be pretty happy just to hold it up there on the centre wing.
I think you're right. 14
George
points
Miller
margin.
side.
Just the one goal in the term for the 2 Blues. Is it enough? Bastic pops it on the boot. Briggs dropped what he should have taken. Poke came through hard. Westbury rushes the kick forward. Green on Duggan. Duggan does well. Graham tries to get past one or two. Can't quite. Duggan of the Adam variety gives it off to Ashland. Ashland with a short one, trying to find Bastic. Green hot on his hammer. Coming through hard was Bailey, who'll beat him across the line. Boundary throwing. Quick kick by Bailey. Westbury. That might have been TJ, actually. Graham got his handball away. Here's Josh Green. Bends it over the top. It's a real float. It could go anywhere. Out of bounds on the full. 14 points remains the margin here. 18 scoring shots to 17. They've been quite inaccurate. Duggan gets a kick long. Big fly from Polly. Play on's the call. Grubbing kick towards Duggan. That is Adam Duggan. Takes the mark. Looking across the face of goal. Dangerous kick. Ashland sits under the footy. 1-2 grabs. Does well. Short one on. Ben Graham plays on quickly. Sends it long. Down towards the forwards. Boscott and Hutchinson and Banty. Oh, great contest between two of the hard nuts of the SFL. Briggs holds onto the footy. How good was that? Santuck will come off for a little spell. Quick kick by Westbury. Standing underneath this one, Polly. Has a man in the middle, just a bit slow. Zeetzen sends the ball inside forward 50. Oh, great mark, Joey Doreen. Needs to go back and have a shot quickly.
Yeah, he knows time's not on his side. He's hurried back there to get to his mark. He's wasting little time. Still going to take a decent kick here, Tubes.
It will. Joey Doreen will get to kick off.
Start steps.
And misses. He's third behind in the game. 17 points. 13 points.
13 points. 27 minutes gone in the final quarter of the Banjos Bakery SFL Senior Grand Final, Tubes.
Duggan. All the work to do now. Cygnet. Cohen. Got it back to Duggan. Bailey arrived with pressure. Hard at the footy was Lister and Anning at the bottom of the pack. Duggan kept going. And the umpire circles and says, give it to me. Ruck contest. Across the line with Green. Boundary throwing again. Cannot be long left. 28 minutes gone in the final term of the SFL Banjos Bakery Grand Final. Bastic at the bottom of the pack. Rand, Green, rush to kick. Graham's going to get there first. Got some time and space. Runs the ball up. Webb, Kelly rather, takes the mark. Wheels around quickly. Deep inside forward 50. Phillips at the back. Here's Holton. Hutchinson gets it out. Only as far as Tammins. Circling ball. Over the line. Boundary throwing. Scrappy, all up.
All the players have pushed forward into the Cygnet forward line here, trying to just bog it up to run the clock down, I think. Be another ball up.
Late in the term here, Viney. It'll be a Lindisfarne 2 Blues premiership win. Cygnet gave it everything in the last term.
Yeah, famous victory. The cherry on top of a magnificent season.
They'll go through undefeated.
Best team all year.
This quarter nearly 30 minutes old. Webb hasn't given up all day. Jennings gets it off to Holt. Into the pocket, out of bounds on the full. Long kick. Cassidy flew high. Bastic tried hard all day. On Joe Doreen takes a strong contested grab.
Mustn't be very much left in this quarter at all. Joey Doreen will go back for his kick. He'll be rushing through his...
And there it is. The siren goes. It'll be behind. Joe Doreen kicks the final score of the game.
Pretty happy next door here in the Two Blues coaching box.
It'll be an 11-point victory to the Two Blues. Lindisfarne 11-6-72 defeat Cygnet 8-13-61. Goal kickers for the Two Blues. There was 3 to Jake Briggs, 2 to Michael Cassidy, Matt Phillips, Jack Anning, Tej Westbury and Josh Green. For Cygnet, Livingston, Boscott and Pope had 2 each and Ben Holton with 1. But it's going to the Eastern Shore. A famous victory here, a famous season for the Lindisfarne Two Blues. Throughout the whole year, they remain undefeated. Josh Green comes looking for his good mate, Jackie Gleeson. But it's a Two Blues victory. The umpires will confer in the middle. A win to their Colts spells great things for their future. A win now to their senior side. The sensational Michael Cassidy. Big tackle on his great mate down there. I think that's Big Wombat on the ground. We're going to try and go down to the boundary side. Alex Gore was sensational on screen. That back 6 was excellent all day, Viney, for the Lindisfarne Two Blues.
Yeah, apart from probably the first half of that last quarter when Cygnet really came at them. Like they threw everything they had, got back within 8 points. Then there was that settling goal. Turned out to be pretty decisive with
Josh Green
in the last quarter. Yeah, I did say they only probably needed 1 to get him over the line.
Well, he was well held all day by Nathan Duggan.
Yeah. Finishes on 97 for the year.
8-12-60 is the final score. Lindisfarne 11-6-72 defeat Cygnet 8-12-60. A 2-goal margin in favour of the boys from the Two Blues. Might go down to the boundary side, Viney, and chat to a few of the winners from the Lindisfarne footy side.
Don't slip in the mud down there, Tubes. You're going to have to get through a fair bit of traffic to get to. Who are you going to try and approach? What player do you want to talk to?
I don't know. I might nearly everyone. Get around everyone, eh?
Around everyone. Try and get to Cassidy.
Yeah,
I'd love to see how he's feeling. He had a great game, I thought.
I'll definitely get to Cassidy. Don't worry about that.
Cassie was good. Jake Briggs, of course, with his 3 goals, was pivotal in that game. Also think the ruckman Phillips had an excellent game, kicking a couple of goals, taking some really good marks on the goal line.
Yeah, he was great, Viney. I thought that Nat Phillips threw the ruck, a couple of contested grabs, sensational.
Yeah, there's lots of players, supporters, families, coaches. They're all out in the ground. It's great scenes here at North Hobart Oval. Just doesn't seem that long ago no one else could get on the ground. It's good to be back to normal here with football the way that we love it. Community football here in Tasmania. Tubes is making his way out the ground of trying to avoid as much of the mud as he can.
I don't like the mud, Viney. It's not good for your complexion.
I don't like your chances of talking to any players, Tubes. I reckon you're going to have to fight through about 3 layers of supporters and families to get to anyone. You got one there right in front of you.
I got one right here. Matt Phillips, mate. Sensational game from you, mate. A couple of contested grabs in the square, a couple of goals. How does that feel?
It's unbelievable. I didn't think I was capable of playing like that, so what a win, and it just feels so good. We worked so hard all year, and we deserve that.
Contributors across the board, and it's been a huge season for you at Lindisfarne. Undefeated for the whole season of 2022.
Yeah, we did so well all year, and I couldn't believe we went undefeated. Like, we weren't that far above the field, and we gone that out today, so awesome.
Cygnet came back in that last term, Matt, and they really pushed you in the last minute, but Josh Green, a sensational goal in the last quarter. They were a great side, Cygnet.
Yeah, they were. I was really nervous in the last quarter there because we had Kilmville come back on us last week, so yeah, we grounded up really well, and Greeny was just starting with me.
Yeah, well done, Matt Phillips, premiership player. Congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
There we go, Matt Phillips, a real chance for the best on ground, I would suggest today. Matt, you want to get into the circle here, mate? Oh. Come over here, Michael Cassidy, the coach. A couple of goals there, mate. How does that feel? Oh, come on. How's it feel, mate?
Yeah, unreal. Yeah, I'm out of breath. So, mate, they've grinded out. They come at us. But the boys, mate, we've done it all year. We just know, we trust in our ways. We know our fitness is there. And we just kept rolling, kept just taking ground. And that's what we're talking about!
Mate, congratulations. Great players on the ground, contributors across the board, mate.
Look, mate, our back seven, I've said it all year, our back seven were sensational. Goalie, Marto, obviously the old fella in Briggs, he kicked 4, I think, so two, did he? Three. So turned it on early, but he was sensational. But, mate, it takes 22, we've said it before the game, and it'll take all of us to get over the line, and in a tough slog, a tough day, and can't be more grateful.
They came at you at the end there, how did that feel?
Yeah, nerve-wracking. So when Big Benny Holt was getting on the end of a few, it's always a worry. So, but look, we just held on. And just tried to take ground, tried to man on man and bottle it up and wait for that siren to bloody blow.
Great signs at the Lindisfarne Footy Club. Your Colts win the premiership. Your reserves were close. What's happening over there? What's in the water?
Oh, mate, we're just building a great culture. So, I mean, you see the blokes like Greeny, obviously Pip. Just come on board and
Jackie Gleeson.
Yeah, Jack Gleeson. So it just helps build that culture that we really like. We're a strong club, and we're no individuals at this club, mate. We just get in, work and do the grind, and shows the reward.
Well, congratulations, premiership coach and premiership player Michael Cassidy.
Thanks, Jude. Appreciate
well
the support, mate. Well done.
Here we go, Michael Cassidy. Head over to the presentation areas. Not sure if you can still hear me up there, Viney. We might head over and try and get one more premiership player.
Yeah, got your steel tubes.
It's pretty muddy out here, mate.
Great job avoiding the mud. Don't trip on that
cord.
That cord there, yeah. Being disguised.
We'll go over to Brent Costello for the presentations.
Presentation ceremony for the SFL Grand Final of 2022. Congratulations to the Lindisfarne Football Club, premiers for season 2022. And please put your hands together for the Cygnet Footy Club, another fantastic year by Cygnet. I'd like to invite their coach, Thor Boscott, to come forward to say a few words. Thanks, Thor.
Obviously, it's a Lindisfarne, great contest, undefeated long season. You guys deserve it for sure. So, awesome job. Celebrate tonight, and we'll hope to catch up for a beer on Sunday. To my boys, hard luck story. Okay, keep your chins high, and we'll bounce back next year. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Thor. Congratulations on the year, Cygnet. Now I'd like to invite the President of the SFL, Russell Young, to come forward to present the Best On Ground medal for the grand final, which has been won by the Lindisfarne Football Club's number 38, Matt Phillips.
That feels good. Thanks everyone for coming out, and thanks to my family and all my friends that came to watch me, and thanks to my young boy Fletcher.
Thanks very much, Matt. Congratulations. Best on ground in the grand final. I'd now like to invite Robbie Isles from Banjos, major sponsor of the SFL, to present the Premiership medallions for season 2022. Starting with number 3, Trey Westbury. Number 5, Jake Briggs. Number 6, Ryan Martin. Number 7, Alex Gall. Number 11, Matthew Hutchinson. Number 12, Nick Raglioni. Number 14, Sheldon Smith. Number 15, Oliver Rand. Number 16, Angus O'Meara. Number 17, Adam Hutchinson. Number 18, Sam Adams. Number 19, Theodore Jones. Number 22, Aidan Webster. We'll just get you to take a step back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you can, just a step backwards. Number 29, Dane Bailey. Number 31, Dylan Zantuck. Number 33, Tej Westbury. Number 38, let's get him back up here, Matt Phillips. Number 39, Jack Anning. Number 43, Case Miller. Number 69, Bailey Westbury. The captain, number 8, Josh Green. And the coach, number 23, Michael Cassidy. Could everyone please take a step back if you don't mind? We need some room here for the presentation, so if you could take a step back, that would be fantastic. Michael Cassidy, the microphone's yours, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate. Jesus. Obviously, first, Cygnet, congrats on a good season. Thor and the boys. Mate, it was a tough slog, obviously tough conditions, and we always knew we were going to be up against it, but all the best. I'm sure you'll regroup and go again next year. To our boys, yes! How good's it feel? I've always said it, we started back in pre-season, and the camp we went through and the hard work we put in, we knew we were going to reap the rewards. I'm so satisfied to be up here on behalf of the footy club, the parents, the fans, the sponsors, Newjet. Can't thank you enough for your support and all the rest. So look, I can't mention everyone, but couldn't have done it without obviously the support of my family, my girls, my boy, and Case. Wouldn't be able to be there 2 nights a week without her on my back. So it's really nice to be able to have that freedom. And thanks to the SFL, George, Russ, and the show you put on. Really appreciate your support throughout the year. Let's get pissed, I think. Just firstly, just one more thing. Can I grab another medal and a hat? Obviously this one, the media, it's gone all through, and I couldn't have got where I am at today without this bloke. He's the heart and soul of this club, and the heartache he's been through over the last month, and he just keeps turning up and just doing stuff for the club, because that's why he's our captain. Pip, come and grab this, mate.
So my pleasure to invite club legend Dan Willing to come forward to present the Premiership Club Cup to the Premiers of 2022, the Lindisfarne Football Club.
The premiers for 2022 in the Banjos Bakery SFL Grand Final. There's the Premiership Cup held up aloft by the coach, Michael Cassidy. And there they are, the better team on the day. Cygnet certainly came at them hard right in the last minute. Look at them. Somehow their team went from 22 to about 45. But good on them. Premiers for 2022, the Lindisfarne Footy Club. What a great game. It was on edge there when their margin was pegged back to 8 points. Josh Green settled them with a goal. Best on ground, Matt Phillips with 2 goals. Battled all day in the ruck, took some contested grabs, was sort of everywhere. Could have went to a few though. Jake Briggs was excellent. Ryan Martin at fullback, halfback was sensational. Alex Gall, their back six was amazing. Angus O'Meara and Nick Raglione did very well. Cassidy could have been up there. It could have been anyone's. But the premiers right there, Michael Cassidy celebrating with all those people that mean the most to him. They end up running out victors by 12 points. Lindisfarne 11-6-72 defeat Cygnet 8-12-60. Well, that wraps up season 2022 for the SFL, the Banjos Bakery SFL. I'd like to thank Banjos Bakery for having us on. Of course, all of our sponsors, LJ Hooker, Pinnacle Property, ID Clothing, and of course, Banjos Bakery. Hames Paints, who did the job for the rep game, and of course all the team at Creative Imagery. Rob Stubbs on camera. Upstairs, Adam Rival. And downstairs in the box, Andrew Harcourt. My name is Tubes Taylor. I'd like to thank Damien Viney, who has already left. He's gone. But thanks for your commentary, Viney. And as I said, my name is Tubes Taylor. You can catch me on Triple M Breakfast with Woody and Tubes, 107.3 on the FM dial, 6 till 9, Monday to Friday. What a great season. They go undefeated. And we'll go out with the song one more time as they all get down and do it now. Lindisfarne are your premiers for season 2022. Well, that concludes our broadcast. My name's Tubes Taylor. Until next time, we'll see you at the footy. Bye for now.